Hello and welcome to class. This is AutoCAD2D, a beginner's course in the use and operation of AutoCAD, one of the most popular computer-aided design and drafting platforms, which has been around since 1982. My name is Craig Bailey, and I've been a long-time user of AutoCAD and many of its civil engineering variants. This video has been developed as a supplement to a semester-long course which is delivered to students at New Hampshire's NHTI, Concord's Community College. I've been working in the land development industry my entire career. I hold a PE license, and I'm a licensed land surveyor. Let's take a look at the topics to be covered.
All right, the problem here is this. We are going to create a new sheet set, and we're going to insert into that sheet set some old work. And part of this is going to be you're going to update that old work with your new template. And your new template has the attributes for your title blocks. Your title blocks have the date attribute, the project name attribute, and the sheet number attribute, and maybe has your name attribute. Okay, so we've customized the borders template so that everybody has their own version now. So I'm going to go ahead and open up some of the old work. I'm going to go to Classes 222, Week 3. I'm going to open up Lab 3. We all remember this project, right? It was
good day, fun day.
Those are good days.
Those were good days back then.
So we're gonna bring this into a new sheet set. But of course, because back in September of this year we didn't have the abilities to do attributes, we're going to bring in a new title block. We have two ways of doing this. We could, well, the easiest way is to just bring it in from the template, just like we always do. Right click, from template, and we're going to scroll down in our list of templates. I'm going to find the NHTI borders. Now I've added the letters SSM for Sheet Set Manager on the end of my updated template. All right, so I'm going to, from that template, I'm going to click Open. And I'm going to choose my 8.5 by 11 portrait. I'm going to just click OK. And so that, of course, brings in the new 8.5 by 11. And you can see right off the bat, this is a block. It has a attribute for my date, the job number, and the sheet number. And it's got my name in there instead of XXXXX. So I'm going to go up into this viewport, and here's where we have some options. We could unlock the viewport. We could scroll around until we find the part. Oh, there it is, right there. Okay, and we can choose. We can redo our scale again. 6 inches equals a foot. That works, and it works well because our annotative dimensions. Notice how if I back off, let me say, all right. Notice how the annotative dimensions, if I regen it, they really don't show up as soon as I shut that off. Well, suffice it to say, we're going to set this back to our original scale. I'm going to pan around and lock the viewport. All right, and you can do a real quick plot preview if you want. Make sure that it's still using the DWG to PDF plotter. And we're using the NHTI color-based CTB file. Notice that there are no warning signs. I'm going to click Preview. Things look good, okay, other than the fact that my attributes haven't been really activated yet. I'm going to hit Exit, hit Cancel, Save Lab 3 back in September. So now we've updated the date. The date stamp is up to today. So let's go and create a new sheet set. Sheet Set Manager, SSM, brings up the Sheet Set Manager. I'm going to choose a new sheet set, And we're going to use an example. Next. From this list of sheet sets to choose from, I want you to choose this one down the bottom. It says New Sheet Set. This is default, it's empty, and it's simple. That's the way we like it. Click Next. Give it a name. And the name for this sheet set is, this is going to be your portfolio. Okay? Port, capital X. Portfolio. You could do your initials if you wanted to. Description, you can go ahead and give it ARET 101C, the year, portfolio of Craig Bailey, for whatever, okay? That's me, you could use your name there. Where do you want to store the sheet set? I'm going to click it into my 2022 folder, in class, other ones there. 2D classes, here's my year 2022 folder. I'm going to place it right in the root directory of my 2022 folder. You guys should have more folders than me. I'm going to click open. Notice now if I click the sheet set properties, it doesn't want to create it there. So let me, yeah, it's because I'm using a Dropbox. Let me do it on the C drive here, remote, real quick here. I'll put it into 2222 folder and hit next. All right. So sorry about that. I'm using Dropbox. It's synchronizing something. So hit finish. If you go back, you go to sheet set properties. This is the part that's important. Again, I'll do that again. Before I hit next, you want to hit the sheet set properties. And under the project name, it's going to be portfolio. And that's pretty much it. The number, you don't have a number for this, it's just portfolio. And that's all we really need to fill in this one. Now, there's a lot more we can fill in here if we were doing a real sheet set with another type of a template, but we don't need it. Hit OK. Click Next. And hit Finish. So my sheet set manager now has an open sheet set. I'm going to right click on there and choose Import Layout as a Sheet. And I'm going to browse for my drawings, and I'm going to go ahead to my course, Classes 2022, Week 3, Lab 3, and hit OK. I'm going to find the one that I want, and that is this newest one, Layout 1-8.5 by 11 Portrait. I'm going to click Import Checked. It's here. And I'm going to right click on this immediately, choose Rename and Renumber. I'm going to set that as sheet number 1. Sheet title is going to be Lab, capitals, Lab 03. Hit, you want to rename your layout to match your sheet title and prefix it with your sheet number. These really help organize your drawings quite a bit. And I'm going to click OK. I'm going to zoom down here just to check, do a regen real quick. My sheet number populated, the portfolio populated, and I am still using my create date. If you guys use plot date, that date will update to today. I'm using create date. AutoCAD knows when this file was initially started, and that was in September of this year. And so that's why I love that idea of the create date. The only thing that I got to change here is that scale is 6 inches equals a foot, so I'm going to manually set that right here.
Wait, do you want us to use create date or plot date?
I want you to use create date. Yeah. And hit save the Lab 3 drawing. And now I can move on to the next one. I'm going to go back to my sheet set, right click, import layout as a sheet. I'm going to browse. I'm going to go to a different week this time. Let's go to week 7, parametric. Here's my lab 7. Click open. I'm just going to bring it in. Bring it into the sheet set. Notice how I don't have lab 7 open. That's how fantastic sheet set is. I don't even need the drawing open yet. I'm going to right click on this, choose rename and renumber, set this to sheet number 2. I'm going to call this Lab 07 and then click OK. I'm going to double click it now. Double click sheet number 2. It goes out to the file, opens the file up, and brings me right to the correct sheet. Let's check to see if I have my attributes. Nope, this has not been corrected yet. All right, and so because we've already added the sheet, I have to do the other method of bringing in the title block. I'm going to erase pretty much everything. Oh no, I'm going to keep one thing, aren't I? Oh, undo. I'm gonna keep everything. I'm gonna erase everything except my scale and the viewport. See the difference? Click R for remove and choose the scale text. There we go. Lab 7 from September. Or this was October, I bet. Now I'm going to use the AD Center, Autodesk Design Center. I'm going to go to my folders, and I happen to know where my template is, right? Boy, I think I do. So here's the templates. I'm going to find my updated template. If I open up that, if I spill this open, you can see all the blocks. If I click the blocks, it generates the blocks that are in that template. And what did I want? I wanted the 8.5 by 11 portrait, right? Can't tell. I want to go to details here. Here it is. There's the block right here. Right click, insert the block. Right in 0, 0. My attributes come in. I gotta scale it by 12, apparently. Okay, and hit save. That's probably the harder way of doing it. Okay, so the first way, you bring in a new sheet, right click, from template, go and find the template. Bring in the tab and recreate the viewport. It's probably the simpler thing to do. But you can do it the other way as well. The reason why I did it the backwards way is because I added it to my sheet set first. You know, 6 ways, half dozen others. And so hit escape, and we're back over here, and we're going to click save, and rename, renumber. Okay, and that got my tab renamed there. Okay, so I'm going to hit save. I'm going to close that drawing. I'm going to close this drawing. I'm going to leave one drawing open, just drawing number 2. And now imagine that I've done this to all 30 assignments so far. Right click, choose Publish to PDF, put it right on the desktop, and let it print. Notice how it's opening these drawings in the background really quickly and then closing them. And that's literally what it's doing. It's opening these up headless, and then it's printing them. Where is my portfolio? Right there. So at the end of the day, you're going to have a sheet set, and this is going to generate almost like an index tab on your PDF. It's a single PDF with multiple pages in it. That's the beauty of the Sheet Set Manager. A lot had to be done to get to this ability though. We had to update our template, we had to learn about attributes, and we had to slightly adjust our drawings. Okay. Today's date came in because I copied this just for the example. So that's, and the scale, yeah, and I blew the scale. Now, there is a method of attaching the scale attribute to the viewport. That is a possibility. It gets very challenging to make that work all the time. So let's try to do that. I'm going to click, I'm going to stop the recorder here.